Alright. I haven't edited any of these yet, so I don't know what it looks like. But that's okay. I plan on doing that tonight. Maybe if it's slow at work. Other projects that I worked on have been the cobblebot. Little monster that was it was a successful Kickstarter, but it was a failed Kickstarter in many people's eyes also. This was their second attempt at a Kickstarter by the company, and yeah, it was one of those why did I do it afterwards, but I learned a lot about the printer and building and stuff like that while I was doing it. It was I did the little monster with the bigger build plates. It was a 12 by 12 by 12. The Kickstarter shipped. This is the second one. I did not do the first one, which was the little beast monster something or other. It was another huge printer that they didn't do well with. We'll just leave it at that. You can look up on Kickstarter and find out yourself. But the little monster that I got it shipped out after did the long wait and stuff like that for fulfillments. But so I got it. Wasn't too bad. Put it together and immediately started printing with it. I can't write. Took a lot of work to get it to be printing. There's a guy named Stefan who is tinkering on steroids, who did a massive rework of the whole system that they were using. The gantry system was too heavy from the original design, so they had a single lead screw, single side, with an arm off the side of it like this. And so he went back in and he designed some parts for it to originally do one piece, is what I did, one side of it, and it stiffened it up and made it so much better. He went back in and redesigned it again for a second lead screw on the other side of it, and so I went back through it. I reprinted that modification also on it for the gantry of that size, and it was originally designed as originally bought it as a dual extruder machine. It had two hexagon hot ends on it. I only ever used it with one hot end on it and just left the other space open. But the machine itself was, when I was done with it, was very solid, and up until probably about 6-8 months ago, it was still in the lab printing solid. I mean, it was printing big prints. Some of the bigger stuff that you can't print on, like your regular Prusa 8x8x8 sizes. I had it set up on 3D hubs, which I no longer even do anything with that right now. Might get that started back up later, but for some of the bigger stuff, because some people wanted, the demand was there at the time for bigger prints. So I got that set up, had it running. It was a pain to level the bed, and I've never been a fan of manually leveling beds. I've always went to the auto leveling feature. My original build that I did on that had a BL Touch, which was another Indiegogo was where I got that through, and can't say enough about that company. That company was awesome, but we'll do that in another video. A lot of people have bought them since then, and pretty much if I got a big bed on one of my printers, that's what I've got on there. I do not like not like leveling the bed, but it seems like once you get it, the Z offset, which is your biggest thing everybody was complaining about, and now you have mesh leveling, makes it a lot easier for anything like that. But the cobblebot had a 12 by 12 by 12 or 12 by 12 by 10, something like that. 12, we'll say 12 squared, or makes it easy. And so I went down to the local glass company here and got a piece of glass cut for it, and had the original heated bed on it. I pulled their automotive style relay off of it, which was not the greatest thing in the world, and I ran a solid state relay on it for a while. I have since replaced it with a 100 watt 110 mains voltage heated silicone bed. About 5 minutes to 110 degrees to printing, ABS or anything high temperature like that, worked wonderful. Never had any problems with that setup on there. The original setup, I've got it somewhere, but I wouldn't advise one that big with that setup that they had. The build on that one, like I said, after it did tinkering on steroids mods, it makes it so much better. The printer has not been retired, but it's no longer in the lab where I've got all my other printers. It's out in the dining room right now, setting. It's was in pieces, still main components. Just I've been neglecting to put it back together. I bought another one off of eBay. Go figure. I bought another printer off eBay, and so it's sitting there, and I've got all the stuff that I printed off to do another tinkering on steroids mod for it. But realistically, right now, I don't need another 12 by 12 by 12 printer. So, and we'll see what we can do with it. But for right now, it's sitting there collecting some dust. And so that's the rundown on that printer.